Welcome to the Daily Review. This is Razak, Senior Trading Strategist here at CMTrading. And today is July 14, 2023, and today is Friday morning. So looking at the highlights of the day, the markets busting out higher. But first, looking at today's major economic events. So at 4 o'clock South African time, out of the United States, a very important number coming out, UoM Consumer Confidence number coming out. Now looking at the various markets, we're watching the Forex symbols, the euro, the British pound, and the Australian dollar bust out higher versus the USD. And looking at the indices, the NASDAQ breaking to new highs for the year once again, while the Dow Jones falters at resistance. Now looking at commodities, gold pretty much unchanged, while oil reaches its 200-day moving average. Now looking at the stocks, it's really Facebook that is leading the way, Meta, which is leading the way higher, and NVIDIA also breaking out to new highs. Now lastly, looking at cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin also popping out higher to 31,000. So let's take a look at the markets and see what we can expect from today's trading. Going to start with the Euro USD and look at it. It's on a weekly chart and it broke above its 200-day moving average. Look at that pop. I mean, you know, for a day trader, this is a haven for opportunities, okay? Especially when it's popping this far up this quickly. So what do you expect from today? Okay, UoM coming out, consumer confidence, that's a positive number for the US. Okay, if the US markets continue going higher, I'd suggest this would go higher as well. Now, watch out for a fading opportunity. A fading opportunity means that we get this pop up and then there's no follow through and then we have a correction move on the other side. So keep that in mind as well. And just pay attention to it. Looking at the GBP, look at that, 31. We have popped up higher. Look at that, just playing the breakout, okay? Even if you didn't buy it here, but you bought it at 29.50, okay? You'd still make close to 200 pips on this trade. Unreal. Looking at Australian dollar also popping out higher. Let's take a look at the daily on resistance-ish level as well. So this is something where it's weaker. I would say the strongest is GBP, as we spoke about, target to trade. Second is the euro, and third is the Australian dollar. As it's not breaking out close to its higher, I would have expected it to be at 71. Just a perspective. Now looking at commodities, gold really unchanged at 1960, hanging out there, not doing anything. So that's something to consider. If we look at crude oil, this is where it becomes really interesting. It's sitting on 200-day moving average. That is major resistance, $77 a barrel. So that's important to note. Keep that in mind, as today we may see a correctional move. Now going into the US markets, can't not bring this up. NASDAQ, new highs for the year, 15,724. So many opportunities, ladies and gentlemen of the trading community. This is where it's at. I mean, just keeps on forging higher and really based on Meta. Now looking at the Dow Jones though, look at that, didn't break out higher. Relative weakness here. That means if the market turns and it's going to correct itself, the Dow Jones is going to sell off first. Keep that in mind. Now looking at the individual stocks, Facebook, the rocket star at 313, closed off the day at 313. It hit almost 316 yesterday. And if we look at a monthly, we're just breaking out. I just want to highlight this. Let's move the Facebook sign. We're breaking out from that previous resistance of 293 significantly. And amazing comeback for Facebook. I've never seen this in history where you have such a huge company make such a comeback in such a short time. October, we were trading at 95 bucks. Now we're at 313. Tripled in value. That is crazy. That is really crazy. Back almost to its all-time highs. It's only $60 away from its all-time highs. And just before it did this pop of $20, I mean, when it was trading at 295, I said, we're not that far off of our highs. And sure enough, this is what's happening, okay? Now let's take a look at the other stocks, okay, which is really important. Apple did not, okay? This is really important. I would have expected it to. Microsoft did not. Did trade higher, but did not break out higher. Whereas Google, let's take a look at Google. Where is Google? There we go. Google did break out on the upside. And if we look at Amazon, did make new highs for the year. So this is really important as well, as this is also something that can push that market still higher. Keep that in mind. One or two stocks could do it. So this is really important to note. Now, lastly, jumping into Bitcoin, finally made that move higher. And we're on resistance, but we did bust out higher. So keep that in mind if there's going to be follow through. If the markets are going to trade higher, I would imagine that if there's follow through, we're going to go even higher going into the weekend. This is Fred Razak, Senior Trading Strategist here at CM Trading, and I want to wish you guys a great trading day. Thank you.